Alright guys, welcome to McKola TV. I'm Adam, I'm live on McKola TV. If you're joining us here over from Full Time Devils, then welcome. This is my channel. Hope you're well. If you've not been here before, then make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you're here, because you're normally here on McKola TV, then welcome to you all again. I hope you guys are doing well. The news is, Memphis Depay is about to join Lyon. What about that? Memphis Depay is going to Lyon. Now that's a move I didn't expect to happen. I thought Memphis would join a better league than the French league, to be totally honest. And as I was saying the other day, Farley's saying he feels bummed. Hopefully not in that way, but he's feeling bummed in the sense that Memphis is gone. He feels down. I feel the exact same. Now if you remember the other day I was saying, Memphis Depay, why don't you just stay at Manchester United for 6 months? See it out for 6 months. Stay here. Have a chance. See what you can do. See if you can fight for a spot. Try and earn your spot here, because you're never going to join a team as big as Manchester United again once you leave here a failure. And he has left here a failure. But he will join Lyon in a 15 to 16 million pound deal, depending who you believe. Some are saying 17 million pounds, rising to 21 million pounds, which will see us recoup most of our 25 million pounds if Lyon get in the Champions League this season, and United have a buyback clause in the deal as well as a sell-on fee. Now there's no new noise as to what that fee is, that buyback clause and all that stuff. So I don't know what that exact fee is. But if he does well there at Lyon, he can come back to Old Trafford in a deal. So it is great news in the sense that finally we saw with the Morgan Schneiderlin deal, and we're seeing with the Memphis deal, that United are getting money for their talent. We're getting money for their players. Now, we had Morgan, we had Memphis, two players that are very good players. Didn't get their chances at Manchester United, but it doesn't change the talent they have. It doesn't change their worth, particularly in this market. So seeing that getting put in and seeing us stick to our guns and get proper fees is absolutely great news. Memphis Depay is joining Olympique Lyon in a 17 to 21 million pound deal, depending who you believe. And United have got a sell-on fee and a buyback clause. I am gutted because Memphis arrived with such hype. There was such belief around him. He's a fantastic player. Can you imagine him under Sir Alex Ferguson? I think Fergie would have been great with him. You think he had that World Cup with Louis van Gaal, comes to Manchester United and Louis doesn't act like he doesn't like him. He plays well against Midtjylland, well against Bruges, well against this team, well against that team. Then doesn't get a run in the side. He's straight back out the team again. Scored against Watford in a game that we won away from home when he starts up front. He's out of the team again the next game. Plays well against Arsenal in the game where Rashford scores 2 on his Premier League debut. And then he's out of the team again. He was never kept in the team consistently. And I think that is a big reason. That is a big reason why Memphis Depay is leaving Manchester United. Of course, Jose also didn't play him. So you could say, is there something wrong with the player? Is it a training thing? Is it an attitude thing? What is it? Because both managers didn't really play him. Also, you have to look at the fact that we signed Anthony Martial. Anthony Martial signed at the back of that window when we signed Memphis, came in, made that left wing spot his own. He made that spot his own. It's hard for Memphis to take Martial out of the team. He's been playing nowhere near that level. So you have to agree with Jose Mourinho, and I'm just glad that Jose is getting the fees that we deserve. Rayan saying the buyback clause is £28.6 million. So that could be what the buyback clause is. If we end up buying him back for £28.6 million, having got him back for 21 million, it would be a £7 million difference, but I mean, it'd be like giving him on a loan for £7 million. Abdullah AGTV, make sure you subscribe to his channel, says he's glad with the buyback clause, should have done that with many other players. What do you mean like Paul Pogba when we signed him to Juve? Totally agree, Adam. Got kicked out of the team as soon as he was playing well. How is that fair, says Ali Hayder. Get Sir Alex Ferguson back. I got Memphis on the back of my shirt at the start of the season, says MUFC Footy. Unlucky lad. I mean, you can still keep it. It's still a memento. I've still got my Beckham shirts and stuff from back in the day. So that's absolutely fine. We've got over 170 people in the stream at the moment. So thank you all for joining me. If you've never been here before to Adam McKola TV, then make sure you hit that like button right now. Lyon have agreed a fee with Manchester United for Memphis Depay, who will join Lyon, the Ligue 1 club, for a fee that could rise to £21 million. United getting their business done again, but there is a buyback clause and also a sell-on fee. 18 Busby 78 says Memphis couldn't handle the shirt, mate. Plain and simple. Is that a factor here? Is the number 7 shirt weighing on these guys? We've seen Valencia have it. He couldn't hack it. He had to go back to 25. We saw Michael Owen have it. We know what happened there. There was one great moment, but apart from that, that's it. We saw Angel Di Maria have it, and we saw how that turned out. And then Memphis Depay had it as well. And it just hasn't gone to plan, has it? I don't think, like many people say, oh, we should just throw the shirt away and not use it again. No, mate. No, mate. You don't do that. You don't do that. These shirts can be used to inspire. Ruben, what's going on? Thank you for joining us. Do you think Griezmann is a good fit for United, says George? I do, yeah. If we're definitely going to sign Griezmann, then he should be our next number 7. But I wouldn't mind seeing the special Juan Mata getting the number 7 shirt. Give the number 8 over to Ander Herrera. Jobs are good and happy days. What's your opinion on Memphis if he does well at Ligue 1, says Ashwin? Potentially bring him back, but it depends how well he does, isn't it? If he scores 10 goals, 10 assists, he's probably not going to come back. If he tears it up, smashes it and gets like 20-odd goals, then who knows? We would be forced to have a look at him. Especially if he develops there. It's like a glorified loan move, this is, isn't it? It's like a glorified loan move. So, yes, if he does well, we can bring him back. But I don't think we will see him come back, to be honest. Mkhitaryan, number 7. Griezmann, the next number 7. Mata, the next number 7. Someone made a valid point there. Sorry, your name moved along quite quick. Someone made a valid point that Mata may not change number because all of his marketing and stuff is around the number 8. But number 7 is a more marketable number, and I'm sure he wouldn't mind the hassle of changing all that to get that number. Over 200 people here now, and I've got to say that's a record for an Adam McKola TV live stream. So thank you very much for joining us. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Memphis as a striker, do you remember the game against the Notorious? Asked that, by the way. Do you remember the game against Watford where he scores the goal? We win 2-1 thanks to a late goal from Bastian Schweinsteiger. So I do think Memphis Depay did well at times for Manchester United out wide. A couple of games in Europe he was excellent, but then he just never ever got a run in the team, and he was absolutely gutting. Sonny Singh says, will De Gea go? I do not think so, not while Jose Mourinho's here. Ronaldo number 7, says John. Yes, we know. We miss Ronaldo, don't we? Martial number 7. Is he going to change again, having gone from 11 to 9? Sorry, 9 to 11. Will he go to 7? Then I can't see that happening. Give it matter to the end of the season, says Mo. But you need to replace people, to be honest, says Lennon. Do we need to replace Memphis? He hasn't really even played once. So do we really need to replace him? We've still got Ashley Young there, Jesse Lingard, Mkhitaryan, Marshall, Mata, that can all play in these positions. So I don't think we need to go all out to get a replacement there right now. Yusuf, thank you for watching. Played up front and looked decent that game. Yes, that's right, Josh. Number 11 has to be Marshall, says Afan. What do you think of the link to Kasper Dolberg? Who says that? Ben. Ben says that. I don't know much about him, mate. I've never heard of him, is the honest answer. Your live streams are better than Howson's. Thank you, Ramzo. But I'm sure Howson's are great as well. You see that? You see that? Political response there. Right there. Tell. How come Lingard played over Memphis in some games? Ali Hayder says. Question. Good answer. Good question. My answer to that would be that, and I know I'm never going to shave the beard. Someone asked if I'm going to shave the beard. I'll trim it, but I won't shave it. The answer to that is because Jesse, I believe, his movement is very intelligent. His energy is great. His movement is very unselfish. And I believe those reasons, Memphis doesn't have that in him. His movement is all for himself. It's not very unselfish. Whereas Jesse Lingard's is unselfish movement. And also he can pass move much better than Memphis can. But Memphis as a winger is much better than him. Which is a surprise that when you're playing Jesse Lingard out wide, why isn't Memphis getting a goal? And that again refers back to the point I made earlier about was his application in training or his attitude in training worse than these players. Javan says Pereira for number 7. That would be a dream. I love Andres Pereira. Absolute great talent, doing fantastically well at Granada, even though they lose every game. Watching some of the clips of him out there, great stuff. And I would love to see him come back, even if it is just for pre-season, to get back in the team and see if he could show Jose what he's made of. Put some respect on his name. Yeah, that's right, Lingard. Don't shave, Adam. Thank you, Manasi. I wasn't planning on. He's got passion. Says Yusuf Andy Tate needs a YouTube channel. Says Mo, he has got a Facebook page. Go and check that out, a like page, so you can go and, I think he uploads stuff on there ever so often. We never get to see the full Memphis potential. It's a real shame, says Jodvia. Very true, but with this buyback clause, we could potentially see him back. For you guys that have been joining us a little bit later than the others, the Memphis Depay, a fee has been agreed with Olympique Lyon for him to join the Ligue 1 side in a January transfer. The deal is 17 to 21 million pounds, and the deal could rise to that 21 million pounds if they get into the Champions League. United have also got a buyback clause and a sell-on fee in this deal, which is great news considering I think he's going to go there and absolutely tear up Ligue 1. As someone said earlier, Falcao is still scoring goals in Ligue 1. So why can't Memphis go there and absolutely smash it? He played for Holland this year. Can't remember who he played against, Liechtenstein or someone like that. Teared it up yet again. So for me, I think Memphis will smash it out there, and I think he will earn a move to a better team, maybe someone like Juventus or something like that, who knows. But if he was to come back to Manchester United, he'd have to do very, very well there, in my opinion. So yeah. I'm getting ripped on Twitter, by the way, for saying Matt I should have the number 7. Wankers. Absolute wanker. Let me just reply to that. Everyone, tweet some abuse to CR689908 on Twitter. Call him in our bed. This is a funny geezer. Anyway, back to it. M.A. Samad says Mickey number 7. How about that one? Mickey number 7. Your views on Griezmann to United, says Sonny. Still laughing at that. Right, guys, thank you for joining us today. The news is, any more info on the buyback clause? Apparently it's £28 million, James, but I'm not 100% sure, so I'm not running with that line. But someone in the comments did say it's £28 million. As for Antoine Griezmann, I would love Griezmann at Manchester United. I think he's a fantastic talent. He's done very well. Hasn't pulled up any trees this year, although he's still very good. Griezmann at Manchester United would be a dream come true. He wants to play with Pogba. He's got that United belief as well. And yeah, man, I want him here. He talks about United so much. He talks about Pogba so much. He'd be a great player to sign and bring in at Old Trafford. Guys, I've been Adam McKola. This has been Adam McKola TV. Thank you for joining us here today, Mo. I am from Brum. I need a shape up. You know what? I do need a shape up. I done the video for Full-Time Devils this morning, and I was like, oh my God, look at my hair. I booked the haircut in for tomorrow. So take that. Great minds think alike. I know I need a trim. You know I need a trim. We're all family here on Adam McKola TV, so we can tell each other things like that. But thank you for joining us. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share. What do you think about the Memphis Depay move? He is going to Lyon for £21 million. Well, potentially, if they get in the Champions League. United have got a buyback and a sell-on. Will we need that? Will we use that? Get your comments in below. Make sure you subscribe, like, share. I'm out of here.